Good evening, wonderful people, great Biafrans. I greet each and every one of you. Wherever you are watching or you are going to listen to this very program, it doesn't matter when. Be it today, the 17th day of March 2023, or tomorrow being the 18th, or any other time. This very program today is the official exposition and to tell the Biafrans the truth about Mazi Simon Eba and also Paramazuka Charles Nwankwo. Like I said yesterday when I was taking some notes from the program that Mazi Kalechi Ambrose made, I said to Biafrans that whenever I'm going to start to make my own exposition, I will be bringing to you facts and evidence. This is going to help a lot of people that are confused. This is going to help that some of the questions that you'll be asking, many of you will be worried months ago when my name was announced, why did I not come out? I did not come out because I feel that the very attack done on me and Mazi Chidozie on the 19th day of July 2022 by Simon Eba, alongside with the mother, which of course at that time, Madam Efi Onwubiko was among them, and then also the IPOB Autopilot Media Warriors. But today, those questions or those things that I've been pointing have surfaced that everybody can say it. But a lot of people are still confused. That is why on my own exposition, I am here to put your mind at ease so that you can know that myself and the other comrades that I'm working with at this moment, they mean for this very freedom. And then also, Mazi Chidozie or Madam Efi Onwubiko or Kalechi Ambrose, they speak to you privately or speak to you through their broadcast, I want you to pay critical attention. Ambrose might not be on the video that I'm about to show you right now, which was done on the 6th day of June 2022. And the title and this very meeting was about the Eastern Security Network meeting. In this very video, Simon is there, Madam Azuka is there. Of course, Madam Azuka have a copy because she recorded it officially. And this was the second meeting that we have. The first one was all about me, to get information and the contact that I have. But with what is going on right now, Mazi Simon Eba or Madam Azuka or any other person that is working with them right now that knows exactly what is going on, I can categorically tell you that they are not for Biafra restoration. Rather, they have different things in their mind. Unless you begin to disassociate yourself from there, because this very exposition It is not going to end today. There's a lot of things to be exposed. You are going to listen to these videos completely when the time comes, but I am going to take it bit by bit. So if Mazi Chidozie speak to you privately, approach you for the need for us to put hands together to make sure that Biafra is being restored, to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being released unconditionally, you must listen to him if you want to follow the truth. So also, Madam Ifi Onwubiko, if she approach you or speak to you through her broadcast or her exposition, I want you to listen to her. The same thing goes to Kelechi and Bruce. I also want you to listen to them. There are more people that you are going to listen, but I want us to take it bit by bit. So I want you to share this very program in any platform that you desire, even to the camp of enemies, because at things right now, Simon Ekpa and Madam Azoka, they are enemies of the Afra restoration. I can categorically tell you right now that you can also send it to them. Let them get the message so that other people can be able to listen. And if they begin to counter this, then I'll be taking them bit by bit. There's a lot of things to be exposed. My name is still Mazi Onyema Anozie, bona fide active member of IPOB and also an active financial member, serving the indigenous people of Africa through media, evangelists, and they're also in music. What I stand for is to make sure that things are working well, because it gladdens my heart that anytime that things are working well in this very struggle that we are right now, that gives me the most joy. And discussions of the approach some people use from the beginning, some of them use this very approach in order to get something, what they need. And this is exactly what played in this very video that I am going to show you right now. This very video. In this very video, you are seeing Simon Ekpa. This is Simon Ekpa here. Here is Ifi Onwubiko. Here is Azuka Charles Wankwo. And here is myself. And these two people, Charles Wankwo and Simon Ekpa, they have different things outside of the Alpha Restoration. And the first meeting, like I said, it's all about me, to bring everything that I know to display to the Afrans by giving it to them so that they can be able to use those things for their own personal interest, which as time goes on, you are going to notice many things. You can see me, I was the one that's speaking here. I was the one that is being transparent. I was the one giving an account, whatever that I know, to make sure that we help this very struggle in order to move forward. And this very meeting that you are seeing here was the last meeting, because the first meeting, like I said, it's all about to get information from myself, Mazi Chidozie, and every other person that I join you here. The second one was something, and this was the last meeting. This is where the Sadlan comes in. This is where they stop communicating with us. You know what I'm saying now? But today, I am beginning to start with the official exposition. Here is Ifi Onwubiko. That is why I say, if she speaks to you, you have to listen to her, even in private, or in her live broadcast. Also, Mazi Chidozie, let me get Mazi Chidozie. Look at Azuka Charles Nwankwo. Let me try and get Mazi Chidozie so that I can be able to see Mazi Chidozie at the same time. This is Mazi Chidozie. That Simon Ekpa is making his name mention on his live broadcast. The same thing that the DOS are doing to make sure that they remove anybody that is asking questions. This is exactly what is happening today. So I'm here to put your mind at ease to make sure that you have one place to think and to follow the people that are fighting for this very freedom. We are still in autopilot. As Onyema they can rightly say that this very struggle have moved to autopilot. So share this very program so that other people can be able to understand and get the fact very well. People contacted me months ago, make an exposition and this. I should talk about what happened, the reason why I was sidelined and this and that, which I told some of them that I cannot do that. I cannot do that. But now it is time to do that very work that I'm called because of the recent development that each and every one of you have heard about. Number one is about Dr. Ngozi Orabeze, who is a hardcore politician of Nigeria, sponsoring the Nigerian government. And what I mean by Nigerian government, the upcoming politicians, which I made a exposition about that. And also, this very woman is the person in charge of the Biafran currency. And in this Biafran currency, her face is going to be there in that Biafran currency. And then also the threat, the life threatening of the gallant men, starting from the Ebonyi State commander of ESN. And I say that I cannot be able to wait any longer because this has got to be beyond that. It's just a mere attack against myself. Now, you know, everything that is happening, there is always a beginning. So we are going to start from the prayer of Onyema Anozie prayed from the beginning of this very meeting. And I'm using this opportunity because if you look at the title here, you can see it's ESN security meeting on the 6th of June 2022 and prayer of Mazi Onyema Anozie. Prayer of Mazi Anozie. Mazi Onyema Anozie, the prayer that he prayed, many of them have come to pass. Many of them, rumors are going around. But at the end, we are going to get Biafra. We are going to get Biafra. So what we are here to do today is to analyze those prayers and also to point some of the points that I picked up from the program that Mazi Ambrose Kelechi made to analyze it. You know what I'm saying now? So sit back and watch the program and reason. And reason. I stand for the truth. And I stand that Biafra must be restored. Anything that we can be able to do to make sure that Biafra is being restored. When I say that, I mean that anything that we can be able to do genuinely, and this is also an advice which was given here, you know what I'm saying now, in this very program. I think I'm going to play it. That very advice is what? Information sharing. The very people that you are working with. Let me put it this way. You understand what I'm saying now? Information sharing with the people that you are working with. If you don't share information with the people that you are working with, you understand what I'm saying now? That makes it that you have something coming. And this is exactly what happened here. They extract information from us. You understand what I'm saying now? Simon and Azuka extract information from us. They now use it for their own personal interest. Share this program. Let other people join. Let other people join, because they have threatened this very movement by threatening one of the commanders in Ebonyi State. Not one of the commanders, the state commander of Ebonyi State. And they also working with a Nigeria politician, a hardcore Nigerian politician by name Dr. Ngozi Orabeze. And let me tell you, Biafrans, before I made an exposition against Dr. Ngozi Orabeze, this issue about Ngozi Orabeze had been approached to Mazi Onyema, and this woman called Honorable Azuka, but they side the lady. They side and protected that very lady. That is why I have to come out in order to make that very exposition for you to know that Biafra restoration is under threat. So when you see the title that Mazi Kelechi Ambrose made and say that autopilot has been corrupted, but Biafra must be restored, then this is where the problem is. Now, take it back and let us listen to this very music before we kick in.
Akiza puto mogina fufuo Mwewe hajani baro Opusisi miyo wamitambo I don't believe we have everything My people are living in poverty It is an unfortunate insanity I hope it's divided for eternity Everywhere is death on the street Every day I see my people crying I fall on my knees in your presence Queen and one Mozanova I'm in hell already Life just kept me staring The people suffering and they crying Chase the wave of stereo We are living in hell already This who has death are serious Killing and dying of my people crosses heaven's radio has killed me This who has killed me has killed me What about Umunani? I think you're a new law. Some are sick, some are living in this one. Sleeping on the street, get inside the ghetto, dwelling in the gutter. No school, no water, no road or power. Our oil runs the shower. The government's looting money, flying the private jet. The poor man is dying, yet just the food to eat. The soldiers are shooting them every day. Some drowning, trying to escape the city. The suffering is doubling, can't take it no more. It's only you can save these people. All we need is our freedom. I'm in hell already, yo. Life just kept me staring, no. The people suffering and they crying, chase the wave of stereo. We are living in hell already, yo. This who has death are serious, killing and dying of my people. Cross this heaven's radio. Has killed me. This who has killed me. Has killed me.
Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Before this very exposition, I think about a few weeks ago, I sent a message to Madam Charles Wankwo, and I told her that they should do what is necessary for Biafra to be restored. To support our gallant men, because if they don't do what they are supposed to do, I am going to expose her and also expose Mazi Onyema. And I made a screenshot, not this very video, the one that they connived together in order to take Mazi Onyema Anozie from the affairs of this very movement, because Mazi Onyema was asking questions for them to keep to their promise about accountability and transparency. I made a screenshot and I sent it to her. Because before I embark on anything that I am doing, I always make sure that I do the right thing. In terms of war, like this, because we are at war, I always like to make my enemy, because anybody that is fighting against the Biafra is my enemy. I always like to let them know that this is what I am going to do, because I begin to complain to you, for you to have the opportunity to do the right thing. So, because the reason why I'm making this speech, for some of you that might say that, why don't you discuss this in private? You know what I'm saying now? Why don't you discuss this in private? Why don't you try to reach them? Why don't you try to call them? Now, I am telling you right now that I did that, but the message that I got in reply, that was, I am bluffing. That is why I made a speech some time ago, a few months ago, that if you want to work with Mazi Onyema, you have to be total transparent, because this is what you are going to get in return. But if you have something different in mind, then you have a problem. Not with me, but the movement. Because the struggle is going to split you. It doesn't matter how long the person tried to cover the truth, because the necessary questions, I am going to ask you those necessary questions. Because in my own side, I am not going to give you that opportunity to ask me those questions, because I will always be transparent to you. You know what I'm saying now? You ask me any question, I will always be transparent to you to make sure that you get every information, because I believe in you and you believe in me. And when you begin to play that Kurukere movement, it doesn't matter how long it takes. It doesn't matter as long as this very movement is concerned. Like I said, anything that I am involved with, that's in now, more in this very struggle. Now that I'm involved in this very struggle of Biafra restoration, up no where is so getting by force. So if you have something differently against this very movement, and you think that you are going to use Mazi Onyema, you also say now, you think that you are going to use Mazi Onyema, I tell you, you better not come close to me. Do not come close to me. Now, do not. But if you have clear mind towards this very movement, then you are free to come close to Mazi Onyema. Because I am original. As in, I am original. I'm not saying this in order to boast, but I made this very preach some time ago, and I am repeating it right now. Now, I want you to listen to this. Just listen to this, where that problem comes in. The very thing that made me right now to understand that these two people have something differently. They have something differently in mind. Instead of them to stand on the side of the truth, instead of them to be transparent, to be Afrans, what they do is to be playing one kind of ping-pong game, which is unacceptable. It's unacceptable. It is unacceptable. So I want you to listen to this, because the reason why we are doing this is to make sure that we tell the Afrans, is to make sure that I tell the Afrans the truth. You also say now, to let the Afrans know, na Agwo no na Kreka, Simon and Madam Azuka, they are not fighting for the Biafra restoration. And any of you being a gallant man, most of you know what I'm talking about. Even most of you that they focus right now to be giving money, it is because that they have used that money as a weapon against you, because our people are hungry. The gallant men need to feed. You know what I'm saying now? So most of you that fall for them is because you are desperate. You are desperate. The ones that don't want to fall to their condition, these are the ones that they sidelined in this very exposition, and more to come. You know what I'm saying now? You are going to hear from yourself to know that every gallant man, every camps in Biafra land was put together, because everything that I have, Mazi Onyema, we bring it to them. You know what I'm saying now? And Simon, in one of the speech that he made on this very video, he said that he believed that we have gathered every camp in Biafra land. That no other camp but somewhere I told him that no, there are more people, there are more camps. We have not discovered them yet. And I'm categorically telling you right now, we have discovered a lot of camps right now. So anything that is telling you that these ones, they are not with us, that is a blatant lie. Yeah, I see you know what I'm saying now? A blatant lie. I am here to tell you the truth. That all these camps, the first meeting that we had, and this second one that we had on the 6th of June 2022, was all about to get every camps that is in our position. And we gave it to them. You understand what I'm saying now? Today, what is happening? They will tell you that these camps, they are not among with us. That this camp, we don't know about them in order to cover their lies. But I am here to open them. That is why I said, if Mazi Chidozie approach you or speak to you through his broadcast, whenever he has chance, listen to him. More especially privately. Also, if she speaks to you, listen to her. If she's making any exposition, pay attention. Feel free to ask questions, critical questions, objectively based on what the information that is dishing out. The same goes to Ambrose Kelechi. If you're making a program and you want to ask a question, pick a phone and ask questions based on those things. Have a little debate. How you are going to know if Kelechi is telling lies, or if Ambrose, if Youngbiko is telling lies, or if Chidozie is telling lies, is through the debate. Ask him a question based on those things. Forget about sentiment. Forget about psychophants. I don't believe in psychophants. You understand now? I don't believe in psychophants. I don't follow people because of their class, but I follow people because of what they can be able to offer. Be it small, be it big, it doesn't matter. So if they approach you, please, I advise you to pay attention. Pay attention to what they are to tell you. Pay attention to what they are telling you, to what they want to tell you. So now, let me play this very video, just a little portion. Just a little portion. Then I'll go back to the main program that we are here today, which is Mazi Onyema Anozie prayer. Mazi Onyema Anozie prayer. They already know what is trending, and then I told them that they should discommunicate themselves with her. That is number one. And number two, on the reference Chidozie made, and he asked a question, how do we know that these guys are on the right side or on the wrong side? By information sharing. Each and every one of us here have a contact to whoever you have a contact. I beg your pardon. Something just happened. I have to take this out and then bring it back again, because I also want to be listening to what is being said there. It's being said there. I want to listen to that. I know that you are listening what it's saying, but me, I cannot be able to listen to those things. Just hold on. Let me do this again. Just hold on.
Yakiza putu mugina fufuo. Mwenye haja nyiboro. Okusisi miyo kwa mitambo. I don't believe we have everything. My people are living in poverty. It is an unfortunate insanity. I hope it's divided for eternity. Everywhere is death on the street. Every day I see my people crying. I fall on my knees in your presence. We don't know I'm in hell already. Life just kept me staring. The people suffering and they crying. Chase the wave of stereo. We are living in hell already. This who has death are serious. Killing and dying of my people. Crosses heaven's radio. Has killed me. Zoo has killed me. Has killed me. What about Umunani? I think you're no longer. Some are sick, some are living in this swamp, sleeping on the street, get inside the ghetto, dwelling in the gutter. No school, no water, no road or power. Our oil runs the shower. The government's looting money, flying the private jet. The poor man is dying, yet just the food to eat. The soldiers are shooting them every day. Some drowning trying to escape the city. The suffering is doubling, can't take it no more. It's only you can save these people. All we need is our freedom. I'm in hell already, life just kept me staring. The people suffering and they're crying. Chase the wave of stereo. We are living in hell already, this who has death.
Yeah, welcome back. Now let's take a look at this.
To know what's where we stopped this time. Oh, who was giving updates that day? I think there's I think it's you.
I spoke also. Mazi Onyema also spoke. I think my update, the thing that I did not say because Simon asked a question: how many are the commanders in that particular forum? And yeah, which they are about eight in numbers, but then out of the eight, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 were the people who received money when I was there. Delta, that is when Madam Arewa raised issue about coastal region. Another one, Onyami, and I hope that you are paying attention because this very exposition is very, very important. I hope that you are paying attention because any lie that they are telling you right now, anything that Madam Arewa, because this is what I called her, not Arewa, Arewa, any lie that Honorable Zuka is telling you or Simon Eba is blatant lie. Ase nesi ezbote isi. This is where you are going to get the truth. And I can categorically tell you right now that they are attacking my platform right now to make sure that you never get this message. To make sure that you never get this very message, this very truth. It doesn't matter how long it takes. Whatever lie that they tell you, I am going to dismantle it with my own exposition. I don't watch them. I watch them when it's necessary, but I don't watch them. So whatever I am giving you here, I am giving you based on what is happening right now. The threat on the commander of Ebonyi State and this issue of Biafran currency. This is the very reason why that I'm doing this. And like I said, let me put this on notice again, that before this very exposition, before I start to make this very exposition, I informed Madam Azoka a few weeks ago. If I check my message, I will tell you exactly the date that I put her on notice concerning this very exposition. You also say now, I will tell you exactly the day that I contacted her. I sent her a message, which was on the 14th of February 2023. For some of you that will be saying, why don't you discuss this very issue inside? Why don't you talk about these things inside? Why don't you do this thing? Why don't you do that? The information, the message that I sent to her was on the 14th of February 2023. You also say now, 14th of February 2023 was the day I sent her the last message concerning this. The first one was on the 13th of February. And my message read, I have given enough time to see after the 19th July of 2022 that my name, Mazi Onyema, was announced if things will change. But nothing has changed. Rather, it is getting worse. It is getting worse by the day. She had the message. So for some of you that will be saying, why don't you do this? Why don't you do that? So I am saying this right now. I might not say it again. I might not remember these things again. Maybe in the future, they begin to attack me. They have begun to attack me, but you cannot attack and you cannot suppress the truth. You cannot attack and you cannot suppress the truth. It is impossible. It is impossible. You cannot attack and you cannot suppress the truth. It is impossible. It doesn't matter how much attack to make sure that people never get this message. I must preach this very message, even if it doesn't matter if you do everything to suppress the people that are listening. It doesn't matter. I'm going to preach this very gospel, and the very people that are going to listen to this and make use of it, use their sense and their brain to reason, they are going to listen and pay very good attention to what I am saying. Pay good attention on what Mazi Onyema is saying. Pay good attention on what Ifi Ongbeke is saying, because we are not bluffing. As Onyendu rightly said, that he needs only but 100 men. I can tell you that these 100 men are yet to complete. I can tell you that these 100 men are yet to complete. The reason and how you are going to know among these 100 men is as things are happening, as exposition is going on, the people who are doing their work on the ground, both on the surface and social media, that is how you are. And the moment that you see things begin to move well, the moment that you begin to see that anything that we are doing in this very struggle, be it in Biafra land or here in diaspora, once you begin to see that things are moving the way they're supposed to be, once you begin to see that Nigerian government will begin to feel threatened, you know what I'm saying now? That is when you are going to know that things are finally working well. It is not to come out on social media to begin to make promises, and yet behind closed door you are doing another thing. This message goes to Simon and Madam Azuka. You know what I'm saying now? This message goes to Simon and Madam Azuka. And I'm also telling you that the delete of that 1,000 men and women Telegram group, I have everything. Before you delete it, I am telling you right now that I have everything. Before you, because I have this experience. One of the people in this very video that I'm telling you, I don't know, his name is is it Azubike or whatever. Azubike, the one that hijacked, that helped them to hijack the website www.ipobinUSA.com/donate. He had to go and delete a group that were created after this first and second meeting. A Telegram group that was created so that we can all be together there and send information and share information. Immediately, the 19th day of July 2022, he has to go and delete that very Telegram. And immediately he deleted it, everything wiped out. The reason why I'm making point of this, I might not remember tomorrow. So the people who are taking record or who are going to make an investigation concerning what I am telling you right now or what I'm going to tell you, you begin to put them on notes in order to make your research. For those of you that they are going to listen, for those of you that are going to pay attention, try to convince, get your pen and your paper, begin to write those things down. I think his name is Azubike. He is there. By the time that we finish this, which we're not going to finish today or tomorrow or next tomorrow, it can never be finished unless the Biafra movement is moving to the direction that it's supposed to move. You understand what I'm saying now? That is where that I myself, Mazi Onyema Anozie, will be very, very happy that we are making wave. So as you have to delete that very group in that Telegram, and then this 1,000 men and women Telegram group that was created on the 22nd of May 2022. I sense that it's going to be deleted again. I have to rush to make a copy of that, which I'm going to show you. So, as I'm bringing this, take your pen and your paper to ask questions, to write it down, to contact those of them that you are going to contact to ask them questions. Because they cannot tell me the reason why they are going to delete anything that will make anybody who feel that he wants to make an investigation to find out exactly how much that Biafran have donated into that very group, that they are going to delete it. They will say that they felt that many people who are there are not there in order to make a contribution, so we decided to delete it. Then the question that you are going to ask them, why don't you make an announcement that that very Telegram group is not working anymore, nobody should send anything, that we need people to join this very Telegram group that have been created newly, because we want to be making sure that everything is working fine. People are making their contribution. This is the question that you are going to ask them, because they will tell you that the reason why they deleted it is they feel that people are just coming there to get information. They pay their money to get information. This is what they're going to tell you. Now, the question you are going to ask them is this: why don't they just abandon that one? Just leave it as it is. Because everything that one is doing in this very struggle, the person is going to give account of it. It doesn't matter how long it takes. The person is going to give account. So why don't you leave that one and create another one? Make your broadcast. give announcement to Biafrans that anybody that is in 1,000 men on the one that was created on the 22nd of May 2022, that one, we are now abandoning that one for this reason or for that reason. There is one that is being created new. Go there and join it. But they have to rush to go and delete that very telegram. I am making this in order to tell you, for those of you that are going to ask questions. You understand now? Those of you that are going to ask questions about why this and why that, so that you can be able to know what we are talking about, what I'm talking about, what Mazi is talking about, what Ify is talking about, or Kelechi Ambrose is talking about. Anybody you say or her name, these are people I'm very, very sure of. Because as I'm telling you right now, you also say now, a lot of people, their name might be mentioned on the progress of Mazi Simon Ekpa in order to unleash them as an agent to infiltrate. So if you are not among us right now, to prove to yourself, to prove to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu and Biafrans at large that you meant for this very restoration to be restored, then you are coming late. If you want to bring your idea and you are working with them, now is the time. You don't wait for them. You don't wait for them to announce your name before that you will come out from there. You don't wait for that. Now is the time. And those of you that are contributing to them, those of you that are contributing, know it that you are contributing to fund the people that are loyal to him. I am not blaming the Eastern Security Network, the one that are loyal to him, the one that he used the weapon, the ESN fund as a weapon against them. I am not blaming them. I am not blaming them because he uses that money in order to do what? To force them to do the things that they are not supposed to do. You understand now? To force them to do the things that they are not supposed to do. Just like the issue of the threat that they plan to attack the Ebonyi State commander. Now, let me give you another information. The state that he wants to use some unit commanders in Ebonyi State. He wants to use Imo State and Enugu State to launch an attack against a state commander that Onyendu by himself put there. This Ebonyi State commander is one of the people, one of the commanders that are still standing, that are not compromised by China Sanwo-Olu, that refuse to be compromised. You understand now? So put this on a writing for question, because as I'm talking, whatever I'm telling you, there's a proof. Whatever that I'm telling you, there is a proof to back it up. So this is the reason why that I said it is time for us to do what? To make sure that things are put in place. Now, let us listen to this. Let us listen to this. Because Biafra must be restored. You must have patience. You must have patience. Because we are not going to rush these things. You must have patience. You must have patience, please. I have to do this thing very, very professional. I don't want to rush things. Because I want to do everything the way that it's supposed to be.
Yakiza putu mugi na fufuo, mwe wenye haja ni boro. believe we have everything. My people are living in poverty. Oh. It is an unfortunate insanity. Oh. I hope it's divided for eternity. Everywhere is death on the street. Every day I see my people crying. I fall on my knees in your presence. We not know I'm in hell already. Oh. Life just kept me staring. Oh. The people suffering and they crying. Chase the wave of stereo. We are living in hell already. Oh. This who have death are serious. Killing and dying of my people. Crosses heaven's radio. Has killed me.
Now let's listen to this.
Welcome, brothers and sisters. I just want to thank each and every one of you for coming again today. And based on what we deliberated on the other day, and there were some things that we were not able to accomplish or to complete. I think there were some updates that we needed to clarify, and I think Dinkema was saying was giving us some updates that day before we closed, but I have to hand over Chidozie or Mazi Anozie or whomever, to continue from where we started, stop to that last time. Or Mazi Azubike, please, let's go from here. Madam Erewa, you were raising your hand before. Do you have anything to say?
Oh, well, it's not, the recording is on. At that time, what I wanted to ask would have been off records.
Did you hear that? I did not notice this before, but now, because the first meeting and the first meeting, I'm also telling you now, officially, that the first meeting that was done, the second meeting that was done, which is this one, was recorded by Azuka Charles Nwankwo. So those of you that are going to ask questions, this is what Mazi Onyema said. You understand now? The first one and the second one was recorded. She recorded it. And you can hear that from confirmation from Josephine Erewa or Arewa. Say that what she wanted to say without being off record. Do you understand what I'm saying now? What she wanted to say is off record. I am not here to castigate anybody, but I am here to speak the truth and nothing but the truth. Let us continue.
So,
okay,
yeah.
Okay, no problem. Okay, so Mazi Chidozie, please, I want to hand you over from here. Let's continue where we stopped this time. Who was giving updates that day? I think there's I think it's you.
Did you see that? Like I said, the first meeting and the second meeting was all about Mazi Chidozie and Onyema to give information. Of course, we are transparent. Of course, we are transparent. But the very people that we thought that came out for the Biafra to be restored, to walk in truth and honesty, as Onyema Anozie said, they are not. They are not transparent. They are not transparent. Let us continue. I spoke also. Mazi Chidozie also spoke. I think my update, the thing that I did not say because Simon asked a question: how many are the commanders in that particular forum? And yeah, which they are about 8. Now, this very information about the question that Simon asked, how many commanders are in that platform? The platform that he was referring was a platform called Onunubenwana Banoso. Onunubenwana Banoso, when Dr. Nelly contacted me, because they are the one in charge of ESN fund, including Madam Oyibo. On the course of the exposition that I made against China Sanworu, you understand what I'm saying now? Against China Sanworu. In the course of that very exposition, I've been able to gather a lot of commanders to testify the same thing. I did not bring them together. I investigated them differently and have a confirmation that the report that I received from Mazi Chukuma against China Sanworu, Igwe Ogbonnaya, is nothing but the truth. That is why I made a publication that I made the other day, and I said that Simon Ekpa and China Sanworu, both of them know what happened to Igwe Chukuma. Because I got an information that his errand boy called Sussex. This Sussex is from the same village from Simon Ekpa. That is the person that Simon gave in charge to be the Biafra land ESN commanders, because he is the one that is giving every instructions in the name of Simon Ekpa, giving instruction to our gallant men. He is the one that Simon uses in order to manipulate a lot of gallant men to use those money that are meant for the Eastern Security Network in general. He uses it as a weapon against. So if anybody that did not listen to what this Sussex is a man, no, not a woman. He is a man, not a woman. You know what I'm saying now? If they don't listen to what he says, then that person will be sidelined. Do you understand what I'm saying now? If they don't listen to what he says, then that person will be sidelined. And what is that thing that he is telling them? To surrender their unit commanders. So, for example, this very commander in Ebonyi State, to surrender all the unit commander under him, the one that he's been able to hold on. You know what I'm saying now? After what China Sanworu did. These are part of the things. These are the things. This is the problem. So he uses these very sources to penetrate, to go and undercut a sitting commander, a state commander that only Nduma's Nnamdi Kanu put in place. So if the person refuses, then the person will be undercut. If they cannot be able to penetrate those small unit commanders that are supposed to be answerable to the state commander, then the person will be cut off entirely. You also say now. So, after making my investigation, Dr. Nelly contacted me. Like I said, they are the one controlling the ESN fund. I told that I'm going to create a platform, a group, signal group, and that very group, I named it Onunubenwana Anozie. Or this Onunubenwana Anozie, and I have to bring her in, and the other person that she's working with. So when I ask her a question, when I ask Dr. Nelly a question about Sapele, she said that I don't have any right to ask her any question. I don't have any right to ask her question. My job is to deliver. If she send me an errand to investigate somebody, and what my job is to come out and give the report to her, but not to ask her question. I don't work like that. I give you something, you give me something, then we can be able to work together. Information sharing. It is not about any other thing, but so that you can be able to work together. She undercut me immediately and now advise the commanders to vacate from that on Benguanaban also. That it seems that Odinkema, they want to give him a position, a replacement of China Samoro in DOS. This is what she told them. Did you hear me come out to make an exposition? If I am fighting for personal interest, I would have come out to begin to make exposition. But one only thing that I said, I am coming to what I am explaining here because, like I said, this very exposition is going to take time. I said to her, and the message that I dropped, that I am not as against that you sideline me, but I don't want to hear that these gallant men are being starved or deprived of what they are supposed to get in order to protect our land. That is the only thing that I want to hear. But being sidelined, I am not, I'm okay with it. So long as things are working well. So long as things are working well. And that is when she fall in the hands of, I don't know how she fall in the hands of Simon Eba, but everybody know that she began to work with Simon Eba. I don't know what happened there because they never wanted me to come in there. She never wanted me to come in there. I am not castigating anybody, but I'm telling you the fact. I am giving, because if I want to tell you something, I am going to give you the story how it is. It doesn't matter whoever it affects. You also say now, it doesn't matter. But I'm giving you the fact and details, detail by detail, how it happened. So as they begin to work together, I don't know what transpires there because they never wanted me to come in. Nelly never wanted me to come close to Simon. Simon himself is greedy, is selfish. He accepted that without asking questions. Now, this is where we are today. So this very question that he asked me, that I'm explaining to you, Simon asked, how many commanders in that group? You also say now, 8. 8 commanders in that group. There are more that I have not added in that very group that I'm still investigating to interview. But the one that I've already investigated are in that group. And also, this very exposition is going to open a lot of people's eyes. Just say now, it is going to open a lot of people's eyes, know the truth, and for you not to be confused. Now, let us continue. Let us continue with the very video that we are listening. 8 in numbers, but then out of the 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 were the people who received money when I was there. Delta, that is when Madam Arewa raised issue about coastal region. Another one. Hope you heard that. I hope that you heard that. 8 in numbers, but only few that I can be able to give account that received money before I was sidelined. 8 in numbers, but few that I can be able to give account how much or when, how much they give to them. You understand what I'm saying now? Only few that I can be able to give account before I was sidelined. Only few. Is this not transparent? Is this not transparent? And all of them are listening. Both the one that I don't know their stand today, all of them are listening to what Odinkema is saying. because they have something different in their mind. That is why I say that Mazi Chidozie, if you Onwubiko, they are in this very meeting that we are talking about today. They're in this very meeting. And now, today, they are part of the people that stand for the truth in order to speak the truth. You understand what I'm saying now? They are part of the people that stand for the truth. That is why I said, if they speak to you, if they approach you, please listen to them. Listen to them. Because they are telling you the truth. They are telling you the truth. Let's continue. But then, out of the 8, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 were the people who received money. When I did you hear that? 5 people are the people that received money when I was there. Am I not being transparent? This is a question, and this is the reason why I said, if you are not transparent, do not come close to Mazi or Dinkemankendeleng Wachineke. I was there. Delta, that is when Madam Ariwa raised issue about coastal region. Another one, Onyami, and Autumn. These ones they did not receive anything when I was there. Yeah. So that is it.
Okay. So
Yes.
okay. Can you take it from here, Mr. Chidozie?
Okay. No problem. Yeah, just, we've been trying to work out, basically, I believe this what the assignment Onyendu gave us in 2 phases. One is the collation of funds here, and doing that from because we have to do swap analysis, go back and see what got wrong, and then a situation with them and the liaison raising money, they're not remitted. Then so everything that brought us here revolves around collating funds together so you can do one another. We didn't want to go individually funding who we wanted, because those things are going to bring out the Achilles heel that we have, our strength, guys. Unity, of course, unity is strength. When we are prone to division, so everybody will run to their own hamlets, go fund their own hamlets. Once you do that, ESN ceases to be ESN, Biafra ceases to be Biafra. So that is kind of the direction which we are forced into being, because the very people that are supposed to keep this central process and this, even the center of IPOB, they derailed, and they weren't held accountable. They derailed, and the rest is history. So, question.
The rest is history. The rest is history. The very assignment that Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu gave to us to make sure that we fund Eastern Security Network. To make sure that we fund Eastern Security Network. He did not ask us to form a militia, or he did not ask us to raise funds and use those funds as a weapon against these gallant men. What he said, that we should fund Eastern Security Network. You understand what I'm saying now? We should fund Eastern Security Network. And being one of the person that has been on the ground to make investigation, to know who is on the right path. Now, having another person in the person of Mazi Chidozie, and also Mazi Onyema, having his own contact. One of the advice that been given on this very live broadcast, this very meeting, was about information sharing. Because the moment that we are right now, the person that brought that very suggestion is myself and the Mazi Onyema. The moment that we are right now, in order to put things together, is information sharing. Who you know, you share it with us. As we shared the people that we know, with this, we can cross-check whatever they are telling you, because we are going to run our own investigation differently, in different ways, to know who is on the side of truth. But what happened here is to get what we have, get the content that we have, and then use it for their own benefit, because they have something differently in mind. Now, going to the prayer that we are here to talk about. The prayer that we are talking about is about the prayer of Mazi Onyema Anozie. I want you to listen to this very prayer. I want you to listen to this very prayer that he prayed about, because things that he prayed about, many have come to pass, many are still moving around, but the positive ones that have come to pass, may Chukwuka take all the glory. Then the negative one that is rolling about, may it never come to pass. Now listen, and that is why I say I don't know his stand right now, but I believe that he stands on the side of the truth. But until we've been able to have in contact, because after this very meeting, I never had contact. I don't call people. You know what I'm saying? Now, if you don't show interest on what we are doing, I will not call you. So I have not called him unless he makes himself available. Then we know his stand. We know his stand. But what I'm trying to say here is this, that the very prayer that he had prayed, you know what I'm saying now? Many of them have come to pass, and some are still woven about. Let's listen to this very prayer as we go forward.
Thank you for keeping us alive. We thank you, Ochukwu Kikabiama, for our leader, Nnamdi Kanu, Eze Ebube nke Eluigwe. We render him and put him in your hand, that we are all praying and asking you, Chukwu Kikabiama Biko, please God, do not allow our enemies to harm him. Anybody who intend, who plan, who connive to hurt him in any form or shape, let the person not to see tomorrow.
You say?
God, Father Almighty, protect him. Anybody who want to give him poison, Chukwu Okike Abiyama, let the poison turn around to kill that person.
You say?
Any of the politicians from Igbo land, from the four corners of Biafra, who want to do any harm against him so that he will go for the presidency, God, Father Almighty, turn the person upside down and let him enter into the bottomless of the pit.
You say?
Even the Mama may have been a Britain. God, Father Almighty. Nobody anywhere who created the heaven and earth. The Biafra land, it does not belong to them. They are not even Africans. They are not Biafrans. Then why should they come and torment us? Turn them upside down and let that empire collapse forever and ever.
Yes,
God, Father Almighty, we ask you to do this. You have seen how they are tormenting us. Cast and bound them and take them away from us. Even the Fulanis, oh God, Father Almighty, you know we don't have anything to do with the uncircumcised. The Janjaweed, those who did not make any covenant with you, but our fathers made a covenant with you. And that's why we answer your name, Chukwu Okike Abiyama. Come and fight the battle. And let Pharaoh, tell Pharaoh, we have been shouting, Pharaoh, let my people go. We told the Yorubas long time ago to join us and let my people go, let us go. Now you are telling them, every one of them indirectly, the Biafrans Ojukwu from beginning, told you guys, told you people, to let my people go. Now you are sending your angel, Amadioha, to let them know that you told them, let my people go a long time ago. Because if they had joined us at that time, what happened yesterday wouldn't have happened to the Yoruba nation. But now they are awakened. They are now up. Their eyes are clean now. They have gotten some intelligence. God, Father Almighty, help them as well to have their own nation. Oh, God, Father Almighty, we are asking you for IPOB members all over the world. Give us one mind unity. Let us be in unity and fight this battle.
2 points. Number one is about Ududuwa. He prayed about Ududuwa to wake up from their sleep, and we know that Ududuwa is now working with us. Simon Eba wants to destroy everything. So if you're on Ududuwa, I want you to go and watch a program that Mazi Onyema made concerning the. You have to stop working with them. And also about our enemy trying to harm Mazi Onyema by poison. We have tried, and those that don't want Biafra to come are still trying to make sure that they harm Mazi Onyema. Still remember Mazi Onyema. I'll bring to you more exposition in the near future. Shalom.